afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Melanated Mondays. I hope you are here to get your Mondays melanated. All right, y'all know what it is. Roll call. All right, Miss Destiny.
Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. I hope y'all are ready for today's podcast.
Miss Nikita.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're ready to join a great conversation.
Miss April.
Hey, y'all, let's get our melanation on.
And what's up, y'all? I'm Demi. I hope y'all ready to have a good chit chat today. And we are missing our counterpart, Miss Just Didi, but she'll be with us next episode. All right, so for the first segment, we are speaking about prioritizing yourself. Okay, so let's take it over, Miss April.
Hey, y'all. So today we're in our pajamas because a nice way to self-care is to get out those street clothes and just get comfy sometimes. Just put on the pajamas and just let it go. So the importance of prioritizing yourself is not just for anything else, but basically just to rejuvenate yourself. It's important to say, okay, just let it go. One of the ways I personally do it, I took it from a millionaire because that's one of my goals to be a multimillionaire, is to wake up, work out, and meditate. And that's what I've been doing to get my day started and just to give myself that self-care and that me time. And what that's done for me so far is one, giving me something that I'm accomplishing that small goal. So even if it's not like I worked out for an hour and a half and I did the super workout, even if I do it for 10 minutes, I know I accomplished that. And that gives me a kind of something to build off of for the rest of the day. And I also make sure I make up my bed, because looking at a made up bed is so relaxing to me. But so prioritizing yourself is good for yourself as well as for everybody else, because if you don't put your mask on first, as they say on the airplane, you can't take care of anybody else. So ladies, that knowing that we are from different demographics, we have different things going on in our lives, can y'all let us know ways that y'all have prioritized yourself, or even lessons that you learned along the way of realizing you need to prioritize yourself? We're gonna start with Miss Nikita, and let us know, as a woman in middle management and a military woman and all the things that you have to do in your background, what are some ways that you prioritize yourself?
Okay. Well, for me personally, I live alone, single. I don't have any kids, so it's easier for me to take more time for myself. But I still make sure that I do that, because there was a point like a year and a half ago where I was burning myself out at work because I had this mentality that I didn't have anybody to go home to, so I could stay late at work. I could stay late until 7 or 8 o'clock every night because I could. But just because I can do something doesn't mean I should, because
Amen.
I got to the point where I was just like, I like had a mental breakdown at work. And if I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am not a crier. I try not to get emotional. And I just got to a point where I just could not hold back. And it was the most embarrassing thing for me. And I will make sure that it never happens again. So to do that, I make sure that if I can, I make sure I leave work on time. And then for self-care, I really just try to do things that I like to do. I like drinking wine, so I have lots of wine at my house at all times. And then also I like to be creative. So I'm not an artist by any means. So but I like to try painting, and I like to do put together creative outfits and just take pictures. I like to do puzzles, and I like to relax and watch my favorite TV shows. So that's what I do for my self-care.
I think it was really awesome that you pointed out the fact that finding boundaries is really what you found to be really good for self-care. You know what I'm saying? Finding out that, hey, I need to leave at a certain time, and it's still taking care of yourself. Finding out, just the things that you needed for your space. Because I feel like that is a big thing, especially I used to be active duty military, and it's like, I have all this time, or I can do this, or because and it goes to both the other way also. Oh, because I have a family, I need to make sure I put in this extra time, or make sure I'm competitive in the same way. But I think that finding better boundaries, no matter if you're married or single, are extremely important in self-care, because it's easy to blur those lines. Being single, you feel like you can give all your time to your friends and or different things, and it's like, finding those boundaries, no matter what your background is or what you're going through in your life, it really helps to separate and say no, or it just acknowledging because some people need that extra time with friends. They just social butterflies, and they know they need to decompress with just talking with a bunch of friends. But so I thought that was pretty dope. Miss Destiny, Miss I got a business and I got all these things going on all the time. How do you find ways to prioritize your self-care?
So yeah, self-care has been essential for me, super, super important. And I'm still finding ways that I can focus more on myself. Like, I'm not completely there. I'm not 100%, but I do small things that kind of help the overall thing. But let's see. So, like Nikita, boundaries is a huge thing for me, especially like you said, I'm a business owner. So, when I first opened, I thought I could do everything just like you. I was thinking, well, I can work late. I could take, because I was also working full time, and then I would come to the studio. So I would work from 5 a.m. until I think I would leave around 7, and then go to my job. And then when I got off my job, I went straight back to the studio, and then I was there until 8, sometimes 9 o'clock in the evening. And then I would go home and then repeat the same thing over and over again. And I, like Nikita too, I started to feel that burnout. And so I quickly was like, yeah, I got to change this. And so I created a boundary where, I'm only working till a certain time. And then also, like, even with messages and emails and stuff, I was thinking, well, I'm at home, I'm up, I get a message, let me go ahead and respond. And then Jalen, my husband, was like, no, you are at home, we're watching a movie, focus on that. And so that became my self-care. Like, when I'm at home, when I am on the couch, when I'm watching TV, I ignore any messages, especially if it's after that set time or my closing time at the studio. I will not respond until the next day. So I learned pretty quick, especially with that burnout. But boundary settings, even in a personal sense, saying no. I'm a people pleaser, so I tend to say yes a lot. So I've learned too with that, just if I really don't want to, just say no, and not be it. You don't have to explain yourself. So still learning. But a couple other things that I do. I love taking my baths. I drink my wine. I light my candle. This is my favorite candle, my stress relief candle, Bath and Body Works. This is not sponsored, by the way. But it's my favorite candle, and it's actually almost out. It actually says that says how much I love it. Let me see. I also do yoga. Well, I'm just starting back doing yoga and meditation. That's been super, super helpful for me, and just kind of being more mindful about the thoughts that I'm thinking. If I'm worried about work or personal, whatever, just being in the moment, being present, and whatever's going on. That's helped a lot. And then last thing, affirmations. I actually have this app. It's called the I Am app, and it sends you affirmations throughout the day, and it's been so nice. Just seeing like a pop up. It's like, I am grateful for the life I have, and it's like in the moment I could be thinking something negative, and I see that, and I'm like, whoop, I switch right there. I'm like, yes, I am grateful. So small things like that have helped me to prioritize myself. So.
Wow. Yeah, girl, you said you gave so many nuggets in that one. I'm like, dang, I should have been writing it down because I'm like, okay. First, I want to talk about sleep hygiene because you were saying like I was working at 5, leaving at 8, not going to sleep at 8, not shutting down at 8, but I was just leaving the studio at 8. And I remember just living in general, and it's like, dang, you don't realize in those moments how much sleep is vital, especially with to me, it's a toxic message that's out there. Like, when somebody else is sleeping, you need to be grinding kind of thing. It's like, nah, bruh, I'm going to break down if I don't have sleep. Like, there's a reason why your body is supposed to get rest. If you didn't need rest, it wouldn't be a need. You know what I'm saying? Your body would just keep going. So I thought that was really good to highlight, like, you need that time to shut down, you know what I'm saying? That boundary again to say, all right, this is, now I'm in this next mode, you know what I'm saying? Especially being, like I said, being a business owner and then coming home and being a wife and then being a mother to your puppy. And, it just, somebody's always pulling at you. Somebody always needs something for you. And it's so good. And it's good to have that significant other, that other person to say, oh, time to shut it down. Exactly. It's time. Me time. But what was another one, girl? You just dropped so many nuggets. I hope that touched somebody as much as it touched me. In the exercise part of it, just taking that time and meditating. I think one of the bigger things I learned with meditating was I thought I was supposed to quiet my mind at those moments. And, I was giving so much energy to trying to push away thoughts. And then I finally saw a couple of people that was like, no, you're just supposed to accept your moment. Yep. Whatever is there, you say, hey, crazy thought. All right, I acknowledge you, and you let it go. And in the next thought, you know what I'm saying? Whatever is just like being in that moment, and literally it's just shutting down and saying, okay, this is where I am. And we need that app to be putting a link because it's right.
Yes.
So I am just randomly something saying, hey, get back in this space. When I was going through my journey, my spirituality journey, I remember reading this book called We're Connected Through, it's not called, but it was like, we're connected through negativity. You know what I'm saying? Having negative thoughts and, oh, did you see that weather today? Or, oh, look at that, all these crazy people. And that's how we start off conversations, you know what I'm saying, with each other. We connect on negative levels, and to get rid of those negative thoughts, they had this rubber band. You put your rubber band on one wrist, and every time you have a negative thought, you put it on the next wrist, and just to put you in that present moment to say, this is what I'm thinking, and to kind of guide you out of those negative thoughts, like you was mentioning. And so I think we do need those constant reminders of, hey, come back to the moment, come back. And that's extremely self-care. You know what I'm saying? I talk to myself the most, you know what I'm saying? You're giving yourself the most messages. You're saying the most to yourself. So if all you're saying is something negative, then how do you expect anything to positive come through? It's not that it's not coming through. It's just what you're choosing to see, your perception. So, man, thank y'all so much. Y'all just dropping so many nuggets. Miss Nairobi, you are the star. Making your presence. How you taking care of yourself, girl? How is you? Getting your sleep and getting your food?
Oh, is she? Oh, she makes sure she does.
So
that's on point.
Listen, we can only listen to the babies.
Listen.
So how are you taking care of yourself, Demi? How are you prioritizing yourself?
To be honest, with a newborn, I don't. And that is something that I know that I need to do. But I always say, being a mother, you always take care of yourself last. And which everybody says you got to take care of yourself first, be able to take care of your family. And I get that, but for me, waking up, my first thought is making sure my kids are good. They ate, they got clothes on their back, they doing well. And then it goes to my husband. Is he good? Does he have lunch for work? And is his stuff ready? And then it's okay, me, what do I need? But then it never gets around to me because I'm so busy belonging to everybody else throughout the day that I don't think about myself. And so, and it's funny because me and my husband were speaking the other night, and Snow had went to sleep. Well, sorry, I call her Snow. That's her middle name. Snow went to sleep quite early one night this week, and my husband was like, "Go to sleep. She's asleep. Go ahead and go to sleep." And I'm like, "No, this is my only me time that I have, and it's quiet. I don't hear mommy, 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 mommy." And don't get me wrong, I love to hear, because I got to tell myself sometimes, though hearing the word mommy or hearing her cry it could do a lot. It can trigger a lot of anxiety, make me angry, make me frustrated. But I do remind myself, like Destiny said, like that app, I remind myself that I'm very blessed, because it's parents out there who have lost their kids and will probably, give everything just to hear their child cry or say their name again. So I have to always pull myself back. But I was telling him, I was like, no, this is my me time. It's quiet. Nobody's calling for me right now. I don't have to get up and tend to, kids. And I even tell I don't have to tend to you. You good. You playing the game. I just want to sit here and just chill, And so I did tell myself though that I need to have self-care. And it's crazy because I do have a self-care cash envelope. And that's supposed to be for me to be able to go and do things that I like, whether that's shopping, whether that's getting massages, whether it's getting my nails done, whatever I feel that I want that's going to make me feel good, that's what that money goes towards. But since being pregnant and then having my daughter, I have not put any money into that envelope. And it made me think that the envelope has been empty for going on a year now. And I've just left it like that because I've prioritized other things in my life. But my goal eventually is to get to working out in the mornings, because that's what I used to do. So that was my me time in the morning, where I'll get up, and even if it was just a 15 or 20-minute workout, it's the fact that I had that time to myself and I did something for me. And I felt somewhat accomplished, like, hey, I did this for me and not for somebody else. So get back to working out, but then also getting back to the things that I love. So I'm a nerd. I love to plan. I have 1,000 planners and I have 1,000,000 sticker books. And so my goal is to get back to using my planners and playing with my stickers, even if it's 10 or 5 minutes throughout the day, and even cleaning up the house and reorganizing or redesigning my house, doing things that I love to do that I do for other people, but for me instead. So, but like Destiny said, I'm learning also to say no to myself versus other people. I can please people, but I need to say no to myself, because I feel like I can add all these things to my plate because I think I could do it. And then realizing that I'm burning myself out and I'm exhausting myself, and I get frustrated, I get mad, I have breakdowns, and then I'm taking it out on, my family, and realizing it's my fault because ain't nobody telling me to take all of this on my plate. Nobody told me. I just don't know how to say no. I don't know how to say, Demi, stop. You can't do everything. Though I feel like I can, and I'm pretty sure, but that doesn't mean I have to. So I'm learning to do the same. And Destiny, I think it's good that you said when you talked about not communicating with your clients after a certain time, because now with me having my business, I would say I'm blessed. I didn't expect to pick up business so fast. I guess I underestimated what was going to happen. And my clients are very needy. And I also want to please my clients. So I feel like I have to answer them at every second of, throughout the night. And some of them are up all night. And I feel like, oh, well, let me message you back to 2-3 o'clock in the morning when I'm nursing my child. No, I need to have a limit to where these are my office hours. The same way I did when I had students and I was teaching, I have to do the same with my clients. These are my office hours. I will contact you the next morning and I will answer your email or your text message. But I'm learning that as well, to set boundaries so that it don't drive me crazy, you know, and then that messes up my sleep. And then, like you said, April, if you don't get no sleep, how you gonna function, you know? Because I know I don't function well off no sleep, honey. You can ask anybody in this house, because I'm crazy. I need some kind of sleep, something. Turn it off and get up. That is very rude. You see me talking, but yet you turn on the TV.
Guest
So
appearance.
turn it off and get out.
Kids need a
Now.
guest appearance.
You can go upstairs and play and close your door. You can go back in the office. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Mommy, before I go, I say,
So, ooh, child, ghetto. So yeah, but that is what I need to do. So no, I don't self-care, but my goal is to eventually get there. Hopefully sooner than later.
Eventually.
Girl, I think what you said was totally invaluable is to people of every race, ethnicity, newborn or not. Sometimes we put our self-care last, you know, and but I think with all of it is eventually what a reoccurring thing that has happened, or a reoccurring message that's been throughout all four of us, is that at some point you break. And so it's either going to be a priority now, or you're going to break, and it's going to have to be a priority. So I think with this spring equinox, this new year, this new beginning, we should definitely not only say I'm going to prioritize, sit down and say, this is what I'm going to do, and start making some actual goals, put some action to those words. Because I mean, like I say with crying, I mean, you either going to allow yourself to feel emotions, or them emotions going to come out, you know? And so, and I don't know about y'all, but I'd rather have some sort of control when the emotions start to come versus that ugly cry. That's you know,
whole different business.
That breakdown ain't what you want. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's that I'm about to give you what I got to say, and it's like, well, I'm a little out of character right now. I just had a whole bunch of other things going on, and it's gonna come out, you know. So it's essential for us to prioritize ourselves, and it also teaches our family the importance of prioritizing ourselves. It teaches our family how valuable we feel ourselves are, because at some point we're giving them a message that everybody else is important. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is more important than me. I'm important, but I'm last on the list. And I saw that with my boys about how they were responding to me, because it was like, oh, so you allow your dad to have a little bit of quiet time, or you allow yourself to have this quiet time, but you don't allow me. And I had to sit back and was like, that's not on them. That's on me. I told them they can come in whenever they wanted to. I told them they can treat me how they wanted to. I allowed that. So that's when I started saying, wait a minute. And then I know that they're going to take that on and treat other people like that, because now they feel like they can just come in and step on whatever they want to and do whatever they want to because they're important. It's like, yeah, I get it, but So that's what we're gonna do. And we are about to prioritize ourselves. We are going to appreciate ourselves. We are going to be mindful of our space and those boundaries, and just recognizing what works for you don't work for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And just giving ourselves grace. I think that's very important as far as self-care, saying it's okay. If I'm having a bad day, I'm having a bad day. If I'm having a good day, I'm having a good day. I'm appreciative of all the moments because they all are part of my journey. So with that, I'm going to close with this self-care. I'm sorry, I can't just, them cheeks. I just can't stop looking at But yeah, with that, I'm going to close on that self-care. Just make sure that we taking care of ourselves and prioritizing ourselves, because we are the people that say this is how we get treated. Now, with that treatment, let's see what this daddy butter about. Okay. I want to see what this daddy butter. I've been wanting to know.
Okay, guys. So while we're still kind of on the topic of self-care with this there's this company that I wanted to talk about tonight. Yes, the name, it kind of throws you off and kind of makes you wonder, what is this company truly about? But I'm happy to say that it is 100% appropriate. Daddybutter.com is a small business, Black-owned business I found, I don't know, a year ago, relatively new, and it's was created by a father who has 2 daughters, and he really wanted to give something to his daughters, and help them to embrace their true, beautiful Black selves. So he created this company where he developed natural skincare products. So it's not just skincare either. It's hair. I've seen recently that he's doing products that you can eat, although I don't think that he's selling them on his site just yet. But I just wanted to read you part of his About Us section. Daddy Butter is a butter-based brand of hair and skin products. Each natural product is made with a different plant-based butter. The line was designed to redefine the beauty standard for Black culture with a natural twist. In its creation, I wanted to ensure that the cosmetic products I used on my daughter's hair were healthy. The only way I could ascertain if the products I put into their hair were healthy was to make them myself. I love the pureness and the essential vitamins of shea butter and knew the natural benefits of other butters such as coconut, so I decided to blend them with essential oils. I experimented with the amalgamation of butters and essential oils for about 3 years to ensure product development. The result is a line of skin and hair products that capture the essence of natural beauty. I personally use these products, well, some of them, and they smell good, and they feel really good on my skin. I put them in my hair. I actually, he gives a free consultation to anyone who wants it. I had a consultation for, like I have inflammation on my skin all the time, and it really helped the inflammation. I noticed a really dramatic difference after I started using the products, and I've seen testimonials of people with like eczema using his products, and it clears their skin right up. So he's I really like his products, and I really like his message, telling all Black people and people in general that they should this
Embrace their natural self, right?
Embrace their natural, beautiful selves.
Yeah. I love that message. I'm definitely going to hit that up. What's his Instagram handle, or what's his website information?
So he's on, so his website is daddybutter.com, and on Instagram and Facebook, he's on Instagram and Facebook, and it's also Daddy Butter.
Daddy Butter. That's easy enough. I love it. I'm definitely going to try that because my baby has inflammation, and I also think that'll be a dope topic to talk about because I see we all have different hair journeys, let me tell you, and that is a whole beast of embracing the natural you and accepting your pattern of curls or your pattern of this or your body this or and so I definitely think we're going to hit up that topic of embracing the natural you. Absolutely. And acceptance. So with all that being said, let's close it up. Don't forget to like, share, and comment so we can see what topics y'all want to hear next, and also what about your natural self do you like to embrace, and how do you embrace it? All right, let's shut it down and let the people go for the day.
y'all. Wow, we had an amazing conversation about self-care and prioritizing yourself, and then even talked about some amazing products that we highly recommend you try. I'm gonna try. I know we talked about it, but I have eczema, so this would be perfect. So, but I hope that you all gained something from this conversation. If you like this episode, please like us on YouTube and make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week for our next conversation. Bye.
Yeah.